I mean, look at it. And it is that, it's not a condom packet. So I just smashed off. So guys, we're back on Ruby today, polishing the turd. No, only joking. But speaking of turds, there is an actual turd there was too. Honestly, I won't miss this place when I leave it. But for now, I'm staying grateful. But anyway, yeah. More importantly, the car. So hopefully, most of you will have seen the first episode where I started to polish this thing. If not, I'll leave a little pop-up thing to it somewhere. Definitely check that out because we took it from pink to mostly red on this side. So she's coming along nicely. Maybe you can't see because of the lighting, but yeah, she's still a little bit fadey, a bit patchy, but definitely red, which is the main thing. However, I just kind of washed it and went straight in with the polish. So I'm just checking what I'm stepping in here. So I went straight in with the polish, and it took a couple of passes, even a few passes on some parts, especially where it's faded to the point where it's almost white. It's so light pink. Yeah, it took a bit, and I was going through a lot of products, and the paint, the results are still not that great, and the paint's still quite rough. So obviously, rightfully, as a lot of you said, clay bar and possibly even a wet sand. A lot of you called me crazy in the last video for polishing this by hand, but I've really no choice. There's no power here. Well, I mean, it's been washed. It just needs just a wipe over, really, just to get rid of the dust and anything else. So I'm starting on the areas that are going to be quite easy to bring up. So like the clay bar doesn't get too dirty too fast. Obviously, if I start on the worst parts, this thing's going to be trashed. So I've never used a clay bar before. I can't even get the packet open. Yeah, so basically, whilst it's taken me about an hour to get the packaging open, this is unbelievable. Basically, the purpose of this clay bar is to pull all the crap off the paint that's not coming off just from washing it. It's stuff that's like kind of ingrained into the paint, and this is basically going to lift it off to give us a better surface, sort of contaminant free surface, so that we can actually polish it properly, and then we'll have a much better result at the end, much smoother paint, a much better finish, because there'll be much less crap in the paint. You know, clay bar, I mean, it's great for removing old wax and all kinds of stuff like that. So I think that's it. The panel needs to be really wet, and then I believe we just go back and forth, and you can see already brown that's coming off it, and you can feel it's rough, and then it goes smooth, and there's your stuff. Like, all this is totally smooth now. There's no resistance on the bar, whereas over here it drags for like 1 or 2 goes, and then it's fine, and it's actually going quicker than I expected. And the bar's not getting that dirty, all things considered. Hopefully you can see for the difference that it's making, if you see what I mean. So I just smashed off the corner of my tail light with the corner of the bar. So yeah, good one. That's quite cool, isn't it? Polishing one 240 with the reflection of another 240 in it. So here it's quite pink still, so we're probably going to find it's a bit rougher. And you can probably see the brine that's coming off it. I mean, look at it. This is after a wash. So guys, just to give you an idea, I mean, I already washed the car once, and then after barring it, all that just from wiping it after using the bar on it. So guys, let's see. There's certainly less drag on the cloth. If I just do a fast time lapse of the side of the car, it might be quite nice. There's even a noodle. You know, the little seasoning packets that come with instant noodles, and it is that. It's not a condom packet. It's actually it's got the mama noodle chili shit and everything on it, unless it's a chili condom, which should be weird. This wing really could do with a little bit more compounding because it's still a little bit patchy and pink in places. Of course, I've got to do the bonnet. You can't really see it on camera. It looks 10 times better than it is on camera, but hopefully you can see there's at least a difference between the outer parts of the bonnet and the inner part, especially this side. It looks really quite bad to the naked eye. On camera it doesn't look so bad, but yeah, I need to compound this centre part again. This has had a second or even a third pass with compound, and then a red pigment sort of polish wax on top of it, same as this whole side. That's why that looks a lot better. So I've got to go over and do that same procedure on the bonnet. Yeah, this whole side has had, in some parts, 3, even more passes with compound by hand, and then when I was happy that it was sort of where it needs to be, I went over with the polish wax. Yeah, and obviously I need to put the wheel trims on. I need to black all the trim because it's obviously like faded and there's oil where I've been touching it and all that, so I've got to black all that, and yeah, get some wheel trims on it, black the bumper, clean the windows. I'm so excited for it, you know, I'm so excited for its future. So yeah, a few more bits to do, and then yeah, it's inspection time.